Hey, beautiful. I have a message for you today, and that is that you don't have to do this alone. And you shouldn't have to do this alone. You know, I think while we transition to mother, part of that transition and part of that metamorphosis is relinquishing our need to do everything alone. Culturally, we've been told that we need to, but it is never how society or culture occurred. There was always a tribe of women around women. There was also always a community around women who helped them become mothers, right? You know, there's a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I tweaked that after I became a mother because I'm like, oh, it's actually not it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a mother. You can't do everything on your own as a mother. You need to enlist the help of everyone around you. And that's how it was always meant to be. So why is this any different? Why do we think that we have to be the ones who figure out how to get pregnant? Listen, back in the day, during tribal times, women were always sharing the information. There was the expert who helped. There was the medicine person in the village. There, were the people that we went to for guidance. And I want to help you. I want to be that person because your body knows how to do this. And it's not your fault that it doesn't. So you have to stop blaming yourself, number one, because it's not your fault. Okay? And number two, you have to know that your body is capable of doing this. It just needs some technical details that you just won't figure out by researching on the internet. I mean, it would take you years to figure out what's happening. I mean, people study this for a reason. People are coaches and people work with fertility health because you have to educate yourself a lot to know what's going on. And the time that you take to do all this research and test out different things to see if they're working, you end up wasting months at a time trying to see if this one herb is going to change something for you. So we can do this together, or getting someone else to help you, another coach to help you, to give you the direction that you need to go in so you don't need to be testing out all these different hypotheses and figuring out what works and what doesn't, because it is a science, and you don't have the kind of time. You don't have the kind of time to be researching and looking all this up online and trying to figure it all out and sort it out. It's a full-time job. Do you really want that to be your job? Like, what's the big payoff if you are the one who figures it out on your own versus somebody else helps you and you get there faster? I know for you, it is a very vulnerable thing for women to feel like their body is incapable. And that is not your fault. And your body is capable. So no matter, what symptoms you're looking at, most of the time, those things are reversible. And you just need someone who's already done all the research, who's already knows how these things work, so that all you have to do is do the specific things that they guide you towards that you know are going to work, and take the guesswork out of everything. So the reason why I do this work is because I love supporting women and I love helping women. It's funny because when I was trying to figure out what part of women's health I wanted to really support, a big part of that was postpartum support, because I had such an intense postpartum, and I had postpartum depression, and I had a really hard time. I felt really isolated. I felt really alone, and I reached out for help. I got the help I need when I knew that I was having a struggle that was beyond my ability. I reached out to therapists, coaches, to my community. But But I got someone who knew how to work with what I was experiencing to help guide me through that process, so I didn't have to do it alone. And again, it takes a village. It takes a village to support you in this journey. And what would it be like if you released your self-proclaimed responsibility to be the one to help yourself get pregnant? Like, what if somebody else helped you and helped you get there faster? Wouldn't that be worth it? I just see so many of you women like creating a part-time job for yourself with all the research. And it doesn't have to be like that. It can be so much easier. You can relinquish all of that time that you've been spending studying to someone who knows how to guide you, so that you can spend all your time taking care of your body and giving her the nourishment that she needs and relaxing, spending your time doing the things that bring you joy, spending the time doing the things that make you feel connected to your partner. Don't you want that back? And also, don't you want to be creating this pattern of health as you move into your postpartum? Because at some point, every woman who becomes a mother is going to have to reckon with asking for help. You're going to have to reckon with it, or else you will pay the price. And you don't want to pay that price as a mother. You don't want to pay the price of having to carry that burden of pain and suffering if you're not reaching out for help. Because there was a time that I was there. I was so ashamed of my experience and the trauma that came up for me and my parenting that I didn't want to reach out to any friends or anybody. I know how that isolation feels. And what helped me was getting help, reaching out for help and acknowledging like, wow, this is beyond me. And this is something that I really could use support with from somebody else. And that's what helped me change. That's what helped everything transform. So, I like taking the guesswork out of this for my clients. I like giving you your life back so that you don't have to be Dr. Googling all the time and having a full-time job of researching this, because guess what? It takes all of the mystery out of this beautiful divine process that you're engaging in. And again, it's not your fault, and your body knows how to do this. So you're not alone. That's what I'm here for. And that's what this community is about. It's about not feeling alone, because when we're in pain as women, it can be so lonely and so isolating, and we can beat ourselves up for feeling lesser than for whatever reason it is. And for you, it's because you're having trouble conceiving. But why internalize that? Why not reach out and get help? I'm sending you so much love today, and I believe in you, and I believe in your body. So reach out, get some help from either me or somebody else. But remember, it takes a village, and it's our job as we become mothers to learn how to ask for help.